Good evening, y'all. The whole day almost got away from me and I almost forgot to do my reading until I was reminded. So, I'm grateful for the reminder. Oh, this is a long one. Okay. Get What You Want, The Art of Making and Manifesting Your Intentions by Tony Burrows. This one is called Lumping. Agreement is the glue that holds realities together. Lumping is a term we use to describe when we decide we're going to be like everyone else. We lump ourselves in with a collective of people who are all appearing to have the same thing going on in their lives. As an example, let's say that the crowd believes that gaining weight happens as a result of our eating instead of our thinking habits. If we agree with them, then we'll surely be concerned with every little thing we eat and therefore set ourselves up for getting fat. It works the same with diseases. If, for instance, we agree that a particular disease, the black crud, is running rampant throughout the population, then we run the risk of getting it. Our agreement with everyone else who believes in it creates an opening for us to experience it. Perfect timing for this reading, don't you think? I do. If, however, a well-meaning friend warns us that the black crud is spreading, and we choose to withhold our agreement and our belief in it, then we will not be subjected to it. It's at the moment that we lend our agreement to a belief that we bring it to life. Perhaps it would be a good idea for us to take a closer look at the subtle moment of agreement, which is so important in our lives. Let's say we're riding on a ferry and the nice lady sitting next to us points to a young man across the aisle and remarks that he doesn't look well. Casually, she elaborates, "I hope he doesn't have that nasty black crud that's going around. I saw a blurb on the news last night that said that ferries, buses, and airplanes are likely places where you could easily catch it." Now the ball is in our court. If we agree with the nice lady either by saying yes or even by simply nodding our head in the slightest degree, we have just set the wheels in motion for all sorts of ugly things to manifest. First, we've sent a mental telepathic message to the young man across the aisle, reinforcing his ill health. Not a very loving thing to do. Second, if we happen to believe in the illusion of contagion or germ theory, then we create a scenario whereby we could catch the disease. And finally, if we agree that ferries are likely places for germs to spread, then we reinforce the likelihood of our getting sick. Remember, it is we who create our reality, not somebody else, unless we give them our agreement. This all becomes clearer when we begin to see that with each decision to agree, we dig ourselves deeper into a hole. From a higher perspective, however, each and every one of us is a unique being, and whatever imbalance we're experiencing at any given time, whether it is a slight pain or a persistent ailment, is unique unto us. We had different parents than everyone else, different schooling, different genetics, different experiences entirely. But when we lump ourselves in with everyone else who is having similar symptoms by agreeing with the doctor or the newscaster or the nice lady on the ferry that we have or could get the black crud, we do ourselves a tremendous disservice, and we set the stage for us to have to live out the manifestation of our beliefs. You see, our mind is much more active and astute than we give it credit for. It knows the symptoms of every dis-ease out there. In fact, just by hearing the name of any dis-ease, the mind will send its messages to the body to begin replicating the symptoms associated with it. That's the way dis-eases are created. The important thing to remember is that we don't have what they had, and it is our choice to either agree with others or we can see ourselves in our highest light, perfect, happy, and whole. Indeed, we are grand creators who might want to consider becoming much more careful about what we agree upon, lest we create it. My intention for today is, or as I say, my affirmation for today is, I affirm that I am watching my thoughts much closer, and I am remembering that my agreement is a precious tool only to be used after careful consideration. I know most of you know. Let me take that back. Because our thoughts create our reality. So I am grateful that most of you will take that information into consideration and continue along in good health. See how that works? You catch yourself when you're having a wrong thought and you change it. Because what I was going to say was not going to be what the reality I would like to create for any of you. So I changed it. It's just that simple. So I am sending out love, light, and healing energy. Ask that you pay it forward and pass it on. Until tomorrow. Peace. Later.